Oh yeah, I can see it there.
Oh. My mobile manager shit popped up. Yes. Why are you not fucking working? That'd be great. There and there. Alright. So I'm going to wait a minute or two, get some stuff in. Where is my shit? My stuff is missing. Where is it? I knew I forgot something.
Yeah, you just like my flatmate always losing his stuff.
Every time I go to stream, I forget to pull something up.
Yeah, you're just like my colleague who always forgets his stuff. He always forgets his ivers. And it's just like, no, you should remember that.
Dude, today I got all the way to the store before I remembered that I forgot my wallet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The store is a good 20-minute drive from my house.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna hit this. We're gonna go. Where is it? All right. And then I also have the VOD going. So after we're done streaming, it'll also pop up on the thing. I'm trying to think on my Twitch. So you said add a link there as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
All right. I said I'd go live at 10. Well, it's 10.
Yeah.
I didn't lie.
No,
I'm really bad at keeping schedules. I'm not even calling bullshit.
You're telling me.
I can't even lie. Like, I can't even lie about it. I am so bad when it comes to keeping schedule with streaming that it is embarrassing.
Oh, yeah, you're telling me. I mean, I'm probably worse.
Like, my streaming, it's basically whenever I fucking feel like it.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. Oh, shit. I did something. What did I do? Oh, it was this.
You're late.
I'm late, oh no.
Yeah,
How dare I? How dare I?
Yeah. You said you're gonna go live at 10. It's now 1+10.
Oh shit. Shit. What have I done?
You come on.
What have I done? No. Ah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Here are replace some messages. Okay. I remember the last time I tried to stream. For the longest time, I didn't stream because there was something wrong with like my mic.
Oh yeah.
Or not my mic, but like my audio shit. It's like if I was trying to have music playing in the background, it wouldn't work. Come to find out, it was the wireless transmitter for my headphones actually messing up my whole stream.
Oh.
That sucked. Alright, pull the questions up as well. Alright. I don't know why I turned into Matthew McConaughey there. I do say, with the power invested in me.
Yeah.
Alright. So, okay, everything's good. Nothing's fucky wucky now. We're good.
Better not be.
Usually it's not, But every once in a while, it decides to fuck me over.
Yeah.
So, alrighty. I'm going to go ahead, switch it to this. Alright. If you are ready, I am too.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright. How are you doing today, Don?
Yeah, I'm doing alright. Yeah, how about yourself?
I'm doing alright. So, this interview consists of about 16-ish questions mostly, and you can go into as detail as you want, and there will probably be about 4-ish unscripted ones that are a little more personal.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool.
Alright, so first question is, how did you come up with your name?
Oh, how did I come up with my name? Well, initially I actually named my persona Senna back in the day. And I named it after the McLaren Senna because I'm interested into cars. And then I decided, I want something more elegant. And I decided Dawn because that's quite elegant for a female persona. And, with my passion for cars and everything, I kind of named my persona Dawn after the Rolls-Royce Silver Dawn back in 2000. Not back in 2000, back in 1959. So, yeah, I guess my persona name got inspired off of automotive and motorsport as well. So, yeah, that's how I came up with my persona name.
Nice. With kind of going back to that, if I don't mind saying, with that, Rolls-Royce still does have a Dawn in their line. I believe it's the convertible of the Wraith, I believe.
Yeah, it's just called the Dawn. That's pretty much how I got my persona name. Yeah, I mean, I've driven one before. Yeah, it's actually bloody nice.
You had a first time chat. Oh, hi. I do not remember how to pronounce your name. I know you're in my server, but I don't remember how to pronounce your name. But I welcome in. Evening. All right. Question number 2. I told you I'm all over the place.
You probably should pronounce his name right.
I'm so sorry. You know who I'm talking to.
Wait. No, I don't know who you're talking to.
Scintilla. Okay. That's how you say it. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, tortillas. I'm going to have that for dinner tonight.
Oh, yeah. God. All right. So with question number 2, it's how long have you been in the fandom?
Oh, about coming up to around about started in 2019, nearly 3 years now.
2019, yeah. Nice. I personally joined, or I've always known about it, and I always, I was always kind of interested in it, but I was always not closet furry, but more of I would never be one of those. Like, I knew what it was, I was interested in it, but I was never like, oh, I'd never be one of those. And now here I am.
Yeah.
That's how it always happens.
At least you're out of the closet. Yeah, it probably stinks in there, doesn't it?
Oh, very. It's a mess in there, dude.
Oh, yeah. Full of dirty garments and everything.
Oh, absolutely. All right. How did you first get introduced to the fandom?
Oh, well, actually, it was well, initially I was in the Five Nights at Freddy's community, and they kept on calling me a furry because I roleplayed as a rapper. I forgot his name.
Foxy?
I didn't even realize it was a furry.
Foxy?
No, the rabbit, the Bonnie thing. Whatever.
Oh, Bonnie?
I didn't even realize. Yeah, I didn't even realize it was a furry. And then at one point, in my first job, my break, I decided, what, I'm just going to make myself a dragon. And I just did it in the 15-minute break. And then basically, she just took off from there.
That is probably the best, just ever. Like, I've heard Taz's story of, it's, everyone else's story, it's, a little build-up. And then yours, this is just, people called me a furry, and now I am a furry.
Yeah, at first was just like, no, I'm not a furry, and then I realized, I am a furry. I
love that.
And then I just did it in my 15-minute break. Like, I commissioned an artist, and then they made my persona. And then once I had that persona, pretty much everybody started drawing bloody fan art for it. Yeah. So.
With my son, I don't even have a ref sheet. The closest thing I have to a quote ref sheet is my PFP, my profile picture, the full, because it's a half body picture.
Oh, I mean, like, okay, so like, get this. So like, after my persona got initially designed, right, then like 30 people came and wanted to draw my bloody character for free on the same day. So okay, yeah.
Hey, Gav. Well, yours is very colorful and very, it's very nice to look at and stuff like that. It looks very nice.
Yeah, I just thought, what goes well? Oh, purple and red goes well together.
Very. Whereas with mine, you've got grays, blacks, and reds with 2 different color eyes. All right.
Yeah.
Ooh, here's a good question that I'm actually I'm interested in, but at the same time, I think I already know the answer because of what you've already said. Were you a closet furry, and if so, for how long?
Oh, no, I wasn't really a closet furry. I mean, I just didn't even bloody realize I was a furry until somebody pointed it out. So, like, yeah, and then once I found out, I was like, you know what, who really cares? So, like, no, I wasn't really a furry. But, I mean, in terms of closeted furry, I don't really go and tell people about it, because it's like not their bloody business. But if people say I'm a furry, I just go, yeah, what's the matter with that? Yeah, and at work at one point I had a bunch of people say, "Are you a furry?" I'm like, "Yeah," and I'll give you a bloody ticket for it. Yeah, because I was out doing tickets out in my job. That just starts with my furry. I said, "Do you want a ticket for it?"
That is beautiful, and I love that.
Yeah, because I mean, no, I don't really consider myself to be a closet furry. Mainly because and what I believe in is like not caring what other people think. Because I mean, you only have one life. You may as well just like express who you are. You get people who are just complete and utter assholes towards you, but it's like, are they you? No. I mean, do they know who you are and what your background is? No. They don't know you, so just show who you are and just don't really care about it. I mean. Yeah, like, I mean, as long as you're not like, breaking the law or anything, why should you really care about it?
That's true. I do know the answer to this, in a way. What is your fursona?
No, it's a giraffe.
A giraffe. Yes, of course. This beautiful purplish red thing right here on the screen, that's a giraffe. 100%, honey, don't worry.
I mean, somebody once called me bloody Barney the dinosaur. Yeah, but no, it's a dragon. Yeah, I mean, I like Spyro and all those other Spanish dragons and whatnot. So I thought, design a dragon, because they're not very common in the furry fandom. There's a lot of wolves and foxes and whatnot, but I don't see many dragons around, and it's just like. Yeah, because like my personality matches as a dragon. Like they're very present. They've got a big presence. They like to hoard stuff. Yeah, I like to hoard stuff too. They like shiny things. I mean, I've got my car in my garage, which I need to go and fix because it's still completely breaking apart, but it's still shiny. I've got like very nice things. I've got. Yeah, just like shiny things, anything that's expensive. So I thought maybe a dragon's a good thing. It's just it just reflects who I am. So yeah, that's the dragon. That's my persona.
The only thing rarer than a dragon is, like, at least to me from what I've seen, is actually it's a mix of a gator and a pup. And it actually looked sick. I'll have to find a picture of the fursuit and send it to you later, but it looked amazing.
Well, it's called a gay pup.
It was Bucky the gator pup, I think.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't think I've seen that before.
Nah, but... Oh, man.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Again, you've already answered this question, but there's... I think 1 or 2 new viewers. When did you make your persona, and has it changed at all since then?
Oh no, she hasn't really changed at all. When I made her in 2019, it was just basically just like a 15-minute job. That's all it was.
You're like, this is this, and that's that, and that's done.
Yeah, that's all. This is a bit like the Italians, you just throw stuff together and hope it bloody works. Because yeah, because like with my persona, I was sort of like trying to make it as a bit of a joke, really, like I'll just join the furry fan and make a persona, and then whatever, just leave it at that. But then once it started to take off, once some people actually saw, the persona and started drawing up, I thought, well, yeah, I'm pretty appreciative of this. Um, um, yeah, so that's when I created my persona in 2019. I think it was June or July. I can't remember. In the break room of my work. Yeah, that's the birthplace of it. Yeah.
Mine
Yeah.
was in this very chair that I'm sitting in. Actually, no, it was not this chair. Yes, it was, because I stole this from my dad after mine broke.
No, what is he still on the other floor?
No, he doesn't use his office anymore. He goes to the actual office. So I'm like,
oh, does he?
That's a bet. Taking your chair. And now that office is not even an office anymore. It's a bedroom.
Oh, okay. No, you stole your chair off your dad and he's just on the floor. Yeah, I'd do that to my dad too.
For real.
Yeah. Yeah.
With my son, I don't think it's changed. It's my original Sona. I don't associate really anymore, because it was kind of like mine but slightly different. The colors were white and blue instead.
Oh yeah.
I still have it, but I never officially named that Sona.
Oh yeah.
Because I didn't want to associate it with my name. I wanted a different name. But
I mean, the thing is with my son, all I've done is just a couple of name changes. That's bloody it. She's pretty much remained the same for like 3 years or more. So yeah, she hasn't changed at all, not one bit. Apart from the fact she looks like Barney the dinosaur and stuff from My Little Pony. That's really it.
But yeah, when I changed my name back in, I think it was late November, early December, I had already commissioned this artist to make this Sona, which I actually was going, because I knew I was going to change my name. I didn't know what to yet, but whatever it would be would match the Sona. And
oh yeah.
I was on a call with a friend, and I showed them the not the line art, but the full colored art without shadows that the artist had sent me.
Oh yeah.
And they were like, Husker would be a good name for that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Husker. And so I totally took it. Kima, if you're watching, I know you're probably not, but if you are, thank you for the name. I give all props to them, 100%. My Australian fur friend. I haven't talked to them.
Oh yeah, I know plenty of Australian furries. Yeah, they're all upside down. Yeah, no, they're not now. They're really cool. Australian furries are just really cool people. Yeah, so yeah, most of them are pretty cool. Yeah, haven't really encountered any bad ones, but most of them I've interacted with are really cool. Yeah.
What I'm gonna be honest about, actually, this is most people across the pond, to be honest. Y'all are hella honest to the point where it's scary.
Yeah, I mean,
I am too, but like sometimes I'm like, no, this is not the right time to say it. Y'all just over here like, fuck you, fuck your mother, fuck you.
Oh no, oh no, I'm not like that.
Well, maybe not all of y'all, but you get the idea. Like y'all are pretty honest, and I do respect that.
You just say what comes to mind. Really, yeah.
You only live once.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. Who is someone in the fandom you look up to?
Oh, that's a very tricky question because I try not to like get my hopes up with looking up to people because it's just like yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one because one person that I do look up to in particular, his name is Mole Horse. Because like, yeah, I've known him for like about 6 or 7 years now, I think, and why I look up to him is he's just honest and he's kind, and he's the sort of person I really want to be, in the future, like just I don't know, just being how he is, he just makes me feel welcome, because I will admit sometimes I don't make feel people welcome because it's just like, I'm just me, and it's like, my attitude's like, if you don't like me, you don't like me, but like with him, he's taught me a few things about being, just a bit restrained and ostentatious, I guess, but also the fact that
Oh.
Because I strive to listen to people, understand their situation. But Mole is probably one of the people I look up to, because like he's really inspired me. Ever since I met him, to be able to reach out to other people and actually be there for them in their tough times, But yeah, I think that's really the only person I really look up to.
Nice. I think for me, the person I look up a few. I look up to like Lucif and Bardic. Don't know if I should look up to Bardic, but
Bardic.
Gotta love Bardic.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who you're talking about.
Ooh. Such a Bardic RJ. Really... Just watch one of his streams. His current freaking Discord status is, I'm in your dad's bed right now.
Oh no, better not be going to mum's bedroom. Better not be going on your mum and dad or the bedroom. Oh no.
At MFF, he literally wore a shirt with his fursuit that said "To-do list, your dad."
Oh yeah.
And I'm
like, no, that's not very nice, is it?
And then,
yeah, what's he going to do with his dad? The chores around the house.
Never know. Someone I look up to, kind of in a singing sense, for what?
Oh no, that reminded me of somebody else. Jib Cody. Yeah, he's the animator that I look up to as well, because like his animations, they're really really good. Because I've always had a thing for like wanting to draw and wanting to like do animations as well, and because in my mind it's actually quite creative. Makes up scenes when I listen to music. I'm very imaginative, even for like 21 years old. I still have the mind of like when I was a young child, just imagining things, big screens in front of my face and everything and all that. And then Jib Cody's art, it's kind of like that representation of what my actual like imagination is, so like I kind of look up to him in that respect, because like he's showing a lot of like dedication to his art. He's actually, I've never interacted with him that much, but like I think he's a really good person to look up to as well.
Out of the three main people that I look up to, like obviously I look up to people like maybe Taz or something, because
Oh yeah, I need to say also as well, Taz as well. Yeah,
Taz.
Sorry, that's just me feeling.
Taz is the reason that I got the kickstart that I have, and I'm very grateful for that. I'm grateful that I met him.
Oh yeah, he's actually a very sweet person. Yeah,
very.
If Taz is watching this, I hope he continues being the person that he is.
I believe he's at work, but he might watch the VOD later.
Oh yeah. I like Taz as a friend. We don't really talk that much, but I do like him as well. He's a sweetheart. Yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, the three main people I look up to are Lucif, Bardic, and then Dano. Dano I look up to in a more singing kind of standpoint, because I like to sing. That's one of the things I'm doing. I'm actually working on a song with a friend right now.
Oh yeah.
But when it comes to Lucif and Bardic, I've talked to them both in VC before, and Bardic he's a very honest person, which I respect. Lucif is a kind of, I guess you could say, like a kind soul, I guess.
What type of console? PS4, PS3?
No, kind soul, not console.
Oh, kind soul. I thought you said console.
No, you're good.
Yeah, honestly, I thought you said that. I was about to say, hang on a minute, he's a PlayStation.
The boy's a PlayStation. You turn it on, you just get he wakes up, all you hear is the freaking PlayStation 2 noise.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Of course.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is a good one. Does your family know you're furry, and if so, are they supportive?
Oh, I don't really bother telling them. No, my mum's a bloody arsehole. Yeah, she's just a bloody arsehole, I think. But even if I told her I was a furry, she'd probably think, what are you doing? You could be doing other things with your life. Because she wanted me just to be at home and just do bloody nothing. My dad, on the other hand, if I did tell him, I'm not too sure if he really understands because he's like 56. I don't really think he really understands the modern world nowadays. To be honest with you, so I just don't bother telling him. But like, if I told my family, I think my dad would be the most supportive because like he's understanding more. But my mum, she's just bloody flip out. Yeah, but like to be brutally honest with you, yeah, my family doesn't know I'm a furry, but my brother does, but I don't think he's told anybody else. So my brother figured it out for himself.
I think the only people in my family that know is my mom because I straight up told her. And my cousin.
Oh yeah.
Which my cousin? Oh, Miss Bella, I trust you with my life. We do.
What?
Anytime I'm up at their house, we do, God forbid, everything together. We will get in her mom's car because I have my license and she doesn't. We'll get in the car. We will go on a drive. God knows where we're going, but we're going to jam the whole way. She is my best friend, and I trust her with my life. She was the first person I told I was bi. She was the first person I told I was a furry, and she supports me every step of the way. So,
I'm bisexual too as well. Yeah, I mean, I discovered I was bisexual when I dated a boy and then dated a girl, and I just felt attracted to both genders. So yeah, I'm bisexual as well.
I discovered I was bisexual when this is gonna sound so embarrassing. I'm gonna get so much fucking shit for this. When Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach came out and Monty was released.
Oh yeah, that too.
The fucking shit posted about Monty and like the fucking thirst traps on TikTok of Monty and Freddy. God damn!
Thirst traps.
I'm not gonna lie. That's a time of my life that I'm actually glad something like that popped on my fucking For You page.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Question: have you ever been to a FurCon?
No, I haven't been to a FurCon before. My first one I'm hoping to go to is MFF at the end of the year. But yeah, because I've got a boyfriend from France, I don't mean I'm planning on meeting him because he's the longest internet friend I've ever had of like 7 years, and we've only just gotten together. Yeah, but I'll probably raise that later on today. It's a bit of a funny story. Yeah, MFF might be my first one, but I don't know at this stage because I mean, it's way too early to decide what FurCon I want to go to.
Yeah.
How much I have for budget and everything because I've got to like plan it. I've got to go through all the immigration stuff and get all the visas and everything. So yeah, just can't be bothered doing.
I thought you just need like your passport. I didn't know you need like all that shit.
Yeah, I mean my passport expired nearly 2 years ago and haven't updated it. So yeah, yeah.
Fucking, I haven't been to a con either. My first one is supposed to be TFF this year. Only problem is I've yet to pay for it, and it's in 3 months.
Oh yeah.
And I'm supposed to go with me and my friend. That's the plan. Yeah. So I'm planning on I leave for New York in 2 days. When I come back, I'm gonna get the money situated and hopefully pay for it because I've been kind of putting it off, and I'm gonna regret that because then it's not gonna end up happening.
Oh yeah. That kind of happens with me. Yeah. It's just yeah. I mean, with me last year, I was spending too much money, and I just wanted to save it.
Bro, same.
Yeah. I mean, I'm shit with money because like last year I got myself $24,000 in debt.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's because I decided to take out a personal loan for a car. Right, that bloody leaks never accelerate.
God.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. So try and fix that. So yeah.
Ooh, this is a good question. Now, obviously, you haven't been to a con yet. I don't think that you've had any, I guess you could say, quote, fan interactions IRL?
No, I mean, no.
Have you had any online fan interactions or furry interactions? And if so, what was the worst one you've ever had?
I've had plenty of interactions online, as you can see in my bloody Twitter posts. That's the most obvious thing. But the worst interaction I've ever had was probably with my ex-boyfriend.
Ooh, same.
Yeah, because like what I found out was he decided to date me because of pity. You know, when I was dating somebody else, he decided to date me out of pity. And then I was just like, it just didn't make me feel good. You know, like, no, like something was off about him. And, yeah, it's probably the worst interaction I've ever had because, yeah, it made me nearly, I'm not going to say it on national television. This is national television.
National television.
Live. But yeah, I'm not really going to say it because,
No.
yeah, that's quite personal. But yeah, probably my ex-boyfriend is probably the worst interaction I've ever had.
Yeah, that's same here. Like he's the reason my name. Well, that and I was tired of people getting my name wrong. My name was too complicated.
Well, how many syllables were in your name to be complicated?
No, it wasn't that it was complicated. It's that the way it was spelled, everyone would say it wrong. I don't want to say it.
Oh.
It's a dead name, and I don't like saying that name. Gives me fucking PTSD, night terrors.
Yeah, I don't like being called my full name because it always reminds me of me being told off. Yeah, it's like to say no, call me this.
Anytime someone calls me by my IRL first and middle name, I immediately get shivers down my spine. Like, shit, what did I do?
Well, do you not have a last name?
No, I do. But if someone calls me by my middle, if someone calls me by my last name, it's not as like substantial. If someone calls me by my middle, and if someone calls me by my first and middle name, I know that I'm in trouble, and I have two options: deal with it or run for my life.
Yeah, I have two other options. This is called run for the halls or run on the bloody building. Yeah, I'm not near.
Ooh, this is a good question that I actually want to know. Is there anything in the fandom that younger furries, so under the age of 18, minors, maybe around 16 to 14, should avoid?
Oh, I'd probably avoid wanting to be a pop fur. You know, I would avoid wanting to get like thousands and thousands of followers because, you know, that just drains you. You know, because like when I was 18 myself, all I really cared about was like followers. You know, like, and the thing is that social media is always going to be there, right? But real life interactions are much more important than social media. You know, because like these days. Just put the lid on my drink because I nearly knocked it over onto my bed. Yeah, because I got this Bundaberg and I could have stained my bed like bloody pissed the bed.
Don't stain the damn bed sheets.
Yeah, because I could have saw the bed sheets been interviewing. I gotta do the washing. But anyway, things I probably avoid is for one thing, you know, wanting to be famous and all that. You know, because that shit drains you. Someone's come from that experience myself. You know, all I really cared about was just like gaining all these followers and everything. And the second thing I probably avoid, you know, is just trying to get into NSFW spaces as a minor. You know, because like there's no reason to lie about your age and everything. Because like in reality, you're not really missing out on anything. You know. And it's not good to lie about your age either, and you're just only putting yourself and other people in danger. And I think the last thing is, you know, lying to other people and lying to yourself about who you are. You know, if you just be truthful about who you are and, you know, what your skills are, and, you know, just like work upon that, then you'll become successful. You know, because like everybody wants to be somewhere, but like, you know, everybody has unique talents. You know, for me, it's to start reading out car stats when they go by, and what else is there? I do video editing and stuff like that. But you know, there's people better than me. It's just like, you know, I accept that, and I just learn from them. But like, yeah, if you're an under 18 furry and whatnot, just avoid trying to be, you know, popular and everything on Twitter, and you know, just like spend all your bloody time on social media, and then avoid like lying about your age and trying to get into adult spaces and just doing the right thing. You know, it's not that difficult to do the right thing. And the last thing, I just forgot what I said. It's about I've got such bad memory, and also I avoid having a bad memory as well. Just
avoid that at all costs.
Yeah, avoid that. And avoid lying to yourself and just be yourself. You know, that's another thing I'll do. Yeah, those are the three most important things. Yeah. You know, for the younger generation.
Yeah. kind of circling back to what you said, like the whole thing with wanting to, like, oh, I want to blow up on this or that. That was my mindset from when I was 12 up until
Oh
last
yeah,
year.
yeah.
Up
You
until
know, I stopped.
2022 when I was 16 and dumb.
Yeah, because like the thing is that with social media nowadays, you know, a lot of people just want their attention because it makes them feel validated. But it's just like, you know, like social media attention can either go good or bad. You know, it's just like there's more important things in the world than worrying about how many likes you get on social media. I mean, like followers and likes are just numbers. You know, you got to focus on the real friendships that you have,
Mm.
because like if you don't focus on the real friendships that you had, you're not really going to go anywhere in life. You're just going to stay where you are and you're not going to advance, because like, you know, then what I've noticed when I became a pop fur at one point is people just want to be your friend just so they can have that privilege of saying I'm interacting with a pop fur. And then it's just like when I initially axed my original account, which I'm not really going to give out here because it's long gone, I bloody forgot it. That's when I realized, shit, people just don't really care about the person who's behind the account. All they care about is just being wanting to be able to be friends with this guy just so they can get more friends, so they become popular themselves. When in actuality, you know, people who run accounts, you know, they're genuine people. You know, me as a parking officer, as an example, you know, a lot of people just think I'm just there to give out tickets. It's just like, no, I'm there to achieve compliance and, you know, make people follow the law, because it's just the law. And there's a human being behind the uniform, just as the human being behind the persona. And I think the most important thing to come out of this is that, you know, if you just treat people the way you want to be treated, you'll have a really long lasting friendship, you know, regardless of like social status or follower status or whatnot. You know, to me that's just a pointless thing to worry about.
Yeah, I mean, with that, I completely agree. Like, I turn 17 tomorrow. I turn 17 in an hour and 30 minutes.
Oh
And
yeah.
I had that mindset up until October of last year. So I completely agree. It's stupid. I would waste time and time. I'm not saying don't. I'm not saying like, don't stop trying. At least like, obviously like over time try. Don't expect it to blow up overnight because
Yeah,
every day
exactly.
I did, and every day I was let down by expectations, and then I'd get so pissed off at everybody around me, and it can change who you are, and
Yeah, it can. Because
that's
like,
bad
because like
enough.
the thing is that if all you're doing is creating content just to get the likes, then you're not actually really enjoying it. Because like I used to do music mixtaping, and I was expecting it to blow up for a wee while, but then once I got into it and I actually enjoyed doing it, you know, I enjoyed it because it was my thing, and I didn't really care if people liked it or not. You know, it's with me and doing car videos and photography. You know, I'm not really worried about who's going to look at it. You know, if I enjoy it, and you know, if I show that I enjoy it, then other people will enjoy it for me. You know, and I've learned that, you know, throughout different experiences in my life when I've shared information about cars and, you know, videography and whatnot. So people didn't even know about it. And then they could hear my passion. And it's just like they knew I was passionate about it, so they wanted to know more about this particular car or this particular car.
Yeah.
And so yeah, so like if all you're doing is just expecting people to like your stuff because you want to be social media famous, then you shouldn't really be doing that in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, like you should be doing something that you click with, that you vibe with, right? And that you feel a strong connection to, because otherwise you're just wasting your time and it's not going to get you anywhere. You know, it's a bit like going to university and studying something really ridiculous just because Bill Gates has done it. You know, only to realize that's not your thing. You know, there's plenty of people that drop out of university because they don't like that subject, and then they're just stuck working a job that doesn't pay very well. You
Yeah.
know, it's just like if you don't click with it, don't do it. You
No.
know, if all you're doing is just trying to get, you know, the highest pay or the highest amount of followers, and you're not actually enjoying the job, then why are you wasting your time? You know, you if you like the job and you click well with it and you want to learn and genuinely want to make a difference in the job or whatever you're doing, then you'll become more experienced and more successful over time, and then it'll become more rewarding for you. That's just one of the basic principles in life.
Yeah.
That's one thing I learned really, really, really hard. Like last year when I needed got from my job, and then because the other job that I just bloody hated and I wanted to quit it, and I thought, what, just sabotage it, and yeah, it wasn't a very good move because I would have gotten fired. But then I found my job as a parking officer, and I quickly fell in love with it because what I like is I like variety, and I like really ridiculous things like people sleeping in stolen cars and all that. So yeah, yeah. So
That happened today, right?
yeah, that happened today. Yeah, I mean, for those of you who didn't join the stream, allow me to explain. So like I mean, I'm a chatterbox myself because yeah, today was really lovely.
Yeah.
So there was a job which you had to go to, and it said there's a stolen car parked up in Newtown in New Zealand. And then we're like, okay, let's look at the details. And it said of the registration, the details. We're like, okay, we go to the stolen car, we drive down the stolen car, we find we find the stolen car parked in a residence zone without a permit, and then we see the person who stole the car bloody sleeping in it.
Oh.
Yeah, then after that, we ring the police, and the police come wake him up and take him from the car and arrest him.
You know the day's gonna go to shit when the police wake your ass up.
Yeah, it was funny because they didn't really expect the person who stole the car to go and sleep in it. Yeah.
Did they do a drug test on him or like a sobriety test?
Oh, I don't know. They must have done it at the police station, but they just took him away the moment they saw him. They just woke him up and then just put him in the police car.
Get your ass in the damn car.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Yeah. Yeah.
Alright. Do you think that the fandom is usually misunderstood or mislabeled?
Well, that's a tricky question because to me, people perceive the fandom based on what they see, which catches their attention, because I personally think that the fandom is a little bit of both because because the majority of people think it's just people being weird, and other things I'm not really going to say because I don't really want to say it on live television. But yeah, I think it's a bit of both because people can perceive it different ways. They can perceive it how they want to perceive it. Like it's not misleading. It's not what was the thing you just said again? Miss something. What was it?
Misunderstood or mislabeled?
Yeah, misunderstood and mislabeled is better say misled. um, Misunderstood and mislabeled. I think it's a little bit of both because of how people perceive it, and how people judge the fandom based on what they see. Because everybody sees different aspects of the fandom, and people can easily mislabel it or they can easily misunderstand it. So it goes a bit of both ways. There's no definitive like it's misunderstood or it's mislabeled because it's just like I think to me they kind of mean the same thing. I think to me they kind of mean the same thing except in different words. But like yeah, to me, if I'm being completely honest, it's a bit of both.
Nice. Yeah, I think it was when I asked Taz that question, he brought up a really good point. Yeah, it's usually, especially in the sexual side of it, is where it's mislabeled, because that's where normies or outsiders will be like, oh, this is all it's about. That's all they do.
Well, yeah,
Dude,
because that's all they really see.
Yeah, exactly. They don't look deeper into it.
Yeah, because that's all they really see. And to me, like those people who see that sort of stuff, it's mislabeled, but it's also misunderstood. Because it's misunderstood that the fandom is all about that, but it's also mislabeled, so it kind of goes both ways. To me, like making it one or the other just doesn't feel right, and I think it's wrong to do that because it goes both ways. People can mislabel the furry fandom as being to what, or they can misunderstand it as just being all about that. Because yeah, I think it goes both ways, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I've oh man, I couldn't tell you the name of the book to fucking save my life. But I read a book not too long ago. Actually, it's in my Kindle library. I can pull it up. Hold on, wait 1 second. Oh,
Yeah, was it the Bible or something?
the Bible.
No, no,
No,
no.
that
It
that
wasn't the
that's
Bible.
been that's been
No.
off that's been off my phone for a while.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, where is it? I know I have it. I know. Okay, I don't have it. All right, good to know. I lied to myself. What was it called
No, you
then?
better not do that because you said you're gonna stream at 10 and then like 3 minutes late.
I was actually 2 minutes early. Get it right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't find the fucking name of the book, and I want to know what it's called.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about it too much. I wouldn't worry too much about it at the moment. Yeah, it's not that
A
important.
slight performance issue. You know what? It's fine. It was a book explaining like how it's misunderstood and stuff like that, and it was actually a really good book, and I definitely recommend it. If I remember it, I will tweet it later. Um, do people at your work or friends outside the fandom know you're a furry? If so, how supportive are they?
Well, the thing is that people at my work don't know I'm a furry because I haven't bloody told them, so I can't really say.
Same.
Yeah, because I just haven't gotten around to it. Um, but people outside of work, well, I mean, depending if I take my fursuit head out on road, they'll probably know I'm a furry. But like, yeah, I mean, most people don't because I don't really bother telling them because it's just like it's none of their business. You know, like if it's not their business, I just don't bother telling them. I mean, if they directly ask me, just go, "Yeah, I'm a
Yeah,
furry." Yeah, yeah.
that's
But
kind of
like, if they don't ask me, I don't go up there saying, "Oh, I'm a furry." Yeah, I don't go and do that because it's not really people's business to know. And frankly, most people just want to get on with their lives.
yeah.
Like a furry or not, it doesn't really bother me. Who knows and who doesn't.
Yeah, and I mean, this is the same thing for me. Like, I don't really usually tell people unless they ask. And if they ask, I'll tell them. And then if they want to, talk shit about me, they might end up on CNN missing people, but that's fine. I'm kidding.
Oh, CNN missing people. Oh, gee.
I'm kidding. Don't worry. No, that's only for people who
Ooh,
fuck
yes.
me over.
I'll be watching. I'll be watching on CNN tonight to see who's missing people.
See. Missing after calling furry bullshit.
Yeah.
Have you ever? Ooh, this is actually a good one. Have you ever felt so much hate in the fandom or towards it that you wish you were not a furry or in the fandom?
No, because hate's actually a very strong word. Like hate's a very strong word. I felt disappointed to the point where I didn't want to be a furry, but I haven't hated it because, like, to me, I just got a notification from something else. I'm gonna disregard that. Yeah. Um, to me, hate is a very strong word because, like, it shows that you know you don't care about anybody else, you don't care about anything else, and you really dislike that person and you wish everything bad upon them. Because, like, to me, the furry fandom is full of really good people, and they want to do the right thing. They want to be, you know, a good person. I see that. But there are some people that ruin it for other people. There are some people who are controversial. There are some people who do some crazy publicity stunts.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that ruin it for other people and make me disappointed to be a furry, you know. But like to me, I don't hate it because it's how I met a lot of friends. It's how I met you. It's how I met Taz. It's how I met my boyfriend. It's how I met a lot of people, and you know if I were to hate it, that would mean that I basically hate my friends, but I don't. So yeah, so I don't hate it, because that's a strong word, but I do dislike some parts of it. I do dislike the people that, ruin it for everybody, but I believe they can change and be good people. It just takes time and encouragement, to do the right thing. I don't believe in like, slamming people into the ground with all these insults and everything, just because they did something stupid or immature, because like, yeah, it could be bloody good Twitter content, couldn't it?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it could be, but like, yeah, if we're going back to like a personal level and like a human being level, if they did something immature, to say, hey, this is not right, to have like a really deep conversation with that person, to say this is not right, you need to change your behavior, I wouldn't I wouldn't hate them for it. I mean, except for people except for people who actually endanger other people, you know. Um, I'm not going to say what type of people they are. Obviously, on this, I'm not on live television just in case other people are
Yeah.
watching. But like, yeah, people like criminals and all that. I don't. Yeah, those people are just like not welcome here. But like other people who just do like publicity stunts and all that sort of stuff. I mean, depending on how you define it,
Kind of like
it's
depending on the kind of publicity stunt that it is.
yeah, depending on the kind of publicity stunt that it is, I believe that people can change, and they can be a good person, but it just ruins it for everybody else because like some people just yeah, it's a hard question. These are very good questions, I have to say. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but you've got a point there. Like those are kind of people that we don't really want in the fandom because it it contributes to what others outside will see or can see, and then they'll see
Yeah.
only that, and then that goes back to the question: is it misunderstood or mislabeled? Is
Yeah.
that
Exactly.
it'll be misunderstood, mislabeled. That's gonna drive people away. Okay, now I sound like I'm trying to be like one of us, one of us.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can see that coming. But like, yeah, it's just that those people who do those crazy things, they get quite a lot of traction, and they get quite a lot of attention because like people just continuously give them that attention without actually offering the support of them of like how to change, and how to be better and realize that they're either saying something or doing something that's actually quite harmful. Because at the end of the day, I guess forgiveness and allowing people to change is so important, and like people just don't seem to do that as they used to, because like in order for a person to change, they need to be forgiven, and they need to be able to be given a chance to change and improve their behavior, and they need to have a chance to realize that maybe their behavior is quite destructive, or maybe their behavior is affecting someone, you know because most people are generally honest. Most people are just out there, they do crazy things, and they don't, it's not intentional, they're just a bit careless. That's most of like some people in the fandom, it's just being careless, it's not intentional, it's not
Yeah,
deliberate. And then you've got the deliberate people like the criminals and the zoophiles and the pedophiles and all that. That's the deliberate side, because that's deliberate and isolated attacks on other people. But people who just do like publicity stunts, and all that. And not to mention like transphobic people and all that, people who like
yeah,
they are like the deliberate people who like deliberately do that sort of stuff,
yeah,
and that falls into that category. But yeah, I mean, I think that most people in this fandom are just like honest human beings who are a bit careless sometimes, and they just need a bit of re-education.
yeah,
That's just that's just what I think. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's just what I think.
yeah. All right. How many people that you know personally, as in like extremely close, like best buds, don't know you're a furry? Like best
Oh,
buds, like you've known them for a long time, like you're so close to them. They're like, let's say they're a friend, they're practically a brother to you, something like that.
well, one of my colleagues, one of my colleagues at work, he doesn't know I'm a furry. We're quite close. We've known each other about 3 months. Um, and my other colleague, we've only known each other for about 3 minutes. He's really close to me. But yeah, and some of my other friends from school, I've known for like 6 or 7 years. They don't know I'm a furry, so um, I'd say about 8 or 9. I'd say thereabouts, really.
Okay. In your eyes, what do you see people enjoy the fandom as? So do you think that they enjoy it as a, they see themselves as their ideal self, or do you see it as some people like it as in a cosplay kind of thing, or what do you think it is in your eyes?
Well, to me, this is actually quite a broad question because, like, in my eyes, I see people enjoying it to be able to express themselves, and be able to express who they are, and like, you know, and how they want to be, because you got like a lot of people who just want to be, outrageous and kind and talented and everything. Because you've got a lot of talent in the furry community. You've got a lot of like creativity in the furry fandom, and a lot of people enjoy that openness, I guess. And I
Yeah.
think a lot of people enjoy that, openness to express yourself, openness to be who you are, openness to show your true identity, show your true gender, show your true sexual orientation, that sort of stuff, because it is very, very open and very, very welcoming in this fandom. And I think that's what people enjoy the most about this fandom, is that a majority of people are very open, very welcoming, and they're very supportive and they're inclusive and, they're altruistic and all the rest of it. So, like, that's what I think most people enjoy the fandom for, is being a place where they can be a bit vulnerable and be themselves, without fears of like repercussion or without fears of like being betrayed or fears of being, made fun of, that sort of thing, because yeah, that's what I think it is. It's just, yeah, because I think the furry fandom is a lot better than being in the normal fandom where you just go to work every day. Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's what I think. Yeah.
What do you enjoy the fandom for?
Oh, that's actually a very good question. Um, I mean, I enjoy it just because I can be myself. Really, I enjoy it because, well, I make a lot of friends, and I can just be myself, and you know, make genuine connections. Like a lot of my connections, I said at the very beginning, like Mole Horse and my boyfriend, they've come from the furry fandom, and I guess I enjoy that openness to being myself, openness to new ideas, openness to creativity, openness to exploration, and all that sort of stuff. Um, I guess I enjoy it for the vibes that it gives off, like party vibes, happy vibes, and all that
Yeah.
sort of stuff. But I mean, yes, it's not all sunshines, rainbows, and unicorns and all that. There are some downsides, but a majority of them are upsides, and that's why I enjoy it. I just enjoy it just because it allows me to be myself. It's allowed me to explore myself. It's allowed me to be who I am today. It's allowed me. It's actually allowed me to get my job as a parking officer because it's
Hey,
just like it made me confident. Yeah. So
that's
yeah, I think
yeah.
without it, I probably wouldn't be here I am today. I wouldn't be as confident. I'll probably be still at home if I'm honest.
I mean, that's kind of the same with me. It made me more confident. Like, I may not be confident in my so for me, I may not be confident in my own body, and I do prefer the way that I would look. Like, let's say we were to today, like, just turn into our personas. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, it would be too.
Cause
Yeah, make it look like a
my
bloody.
persona in my eyes, Loki kind of hot. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, for me, if I was changing my persona to fly around the world without having a bloody passport.
Exactly. Who needs a
Yeah,
passport when you got wings?
yeah,
But
exactly.
for me, my Sona is, I guess, kind of like the ideal version of myself. It personality wise, it doesn't change, but looks wise, it does.
Yeah,
Whereas with a lot of people with Sonas, their whole personality will shift if they get into character, which is
yeah,
normal. But at the same time, I I'm not gonna judge other people for it, because a lot of people have, especially people with multiple characters, have a personality for that character, and that makes sense.
yeah.
Do you think that Dawn is your ideal version of yourself, or is it just another version of yourself?
I think she's the ideal version of myself. Yeah, I think that because I consider her to be quite happy and outgoing. Very social, eager to meet people. She could be a bit of a bitch sometimes and give out bloody tickets. But yeah, she's my ideal self, mainly because she's allowed me to be outgoing. She's allowed me to just be confident. She inspires other people just like I do. And in the break room, that's kind of what I thought, because I had 15 minutes to think. So bloody stressed, and that's what I thought of. And yeah, so I guess yeah, she is my ideal self. I want to be, and even though she's fictional, she's still teaching me teaching me a lot about how to be myself. And
Yeah.
she's still teaching me every day, even though she's bloody fictional purple dragon or Barney the dinosaur, what you want to call it.
I still love that. I don't know who commented that, but I love that.
Yeah, I don't know who did it either.
Do you think that there should be an age limit in the fandom?
Well,
Like,
it's like a
should
bit
someone
like
be a
saying,
certain age to be technically considered in the fandom, and should there be an age like where y'all old ass just needs to stop?
well, I mean, no, because I mean, if you're talking about age restriction things, yes, like 18 plus things,
Yes. Oh,
yes,
of
definitely.
course.
But age limit, no, because that's just like saying, oh, you can't express yourself when you're like 5 or 6 years old. You can't learn, you know. You can't learn what it's like to be living in the world. You can't learn about yourself. You can't discover your passions. Like you can't figure out your true self. That's just pretty much just putting that away, and just limiting that. I think it should be open for everybody, even if, even if you are like 100 and 200 years old or up in heaven even. I think it should still be open to everybody, because I mean you learn new stuff about yourself every day. I mean, I learned that my hair's falling off today because I've been putting shampoo in it.
Mine just falls out because of the length. And so I'll go to comb it,
Yeah,
and it just, and like half my fucking head will come off. I'll be like, oh, lovely. Keeps combing.
yeah. I mean, I learned, yeah. I mean, because I personally think that the age limit should be open to all ages, because it allows people of all ages to discover who they are, who they truly want to be, and then adapt and change to suit themselves, and change to be the best person of themselves, rather than be somebody who just gets born, goes to school, gets a job, and then dies and fucks off to heaven. you know that
Yeah.
sort of thing. It just makes life more dynamic. Because for me, being dynamic in life is much better than just having a straight path in life. Because life isn't a bloody straight path. It's full of it's full of strange places. You can meet strange people. You can meet really good people. You can meet really
Mhm.
shit people. It's just you never know what life is going to do. So you may as well just make it fun. You may as well make it enjoy it. You may as well just enjoy it. You may as well make it dynamic. That's what I think. That's what I think about the furry fandom as well. It's quite dynamic, and it allows people to be a dynamic version of themselves. Because inside everybody's soul and heart, there's a personality waiting to shine, and it's just it's better that people know that at an early age rather than just wait till 21 to be able to express it. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and I completely agree. Now, I'm also going to go back to what you said about the NSFW kind of stuff with the 18 plus stuff. That should be in place. I do agree with that. I will
Oh
say,
yeah, definitely.
I am guilty to lying about my age on that kind of stuff, especially when I was with my ex. It was something that I did mainly because I felt
No,
like I
yeah,
needed to
yeah, I am
fit
too.
in.
Yeah, I am too. Because the first thing I did when I joined the family was just lie about my age, and I was 17, like 2 months from 17. Yeah, I did that as well. I'm not proud of it, but you know what?
Yeah.
It's just I just look back and it's it was a stupid thing to do.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, like,
yes.
I've never just. It's not that I wanted to. It's that I felt like I needed to fit in. I didn't look at this stuff out of
Oh
pleasure or
yeah,
anything. I just looked at it to say that I could that I fucking looked at it.
yeah, exactly.
Um,
That's exactly what I did as well. Because I didn't really,
I'm
I
pretty
didn't
sure.
really give a shit
Yeah,
about that
I'm pretty
stuff.
sure
I just
the
wanted to fit in.
exactly. I'm pretty sure the only thing good that came out of that was I learned that there are a lot of other art styles out there that I did not know existed, and sometimes I wish that I didn't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Um, we are going to start wrapping up the stream. Are there any of your socials that you would like to promote, or anyone else's socials you'd like to promote?
Oh, my Twitter, where it's at Volkswagen. And my Discord as well. I have it linked in my page as well on my pinned. And my Mad, I don't know how you say it, Madstoon, or Mazdoon. I don't know how you bloody say it. Um, yeah. If you want to talk to me, yeah, just come and talk to me. I guess I mean, I'm open to talking to new friends. I'm open to talking to other people. I mean, just don't park illegally. I won't give you a bloody ticket. And also, don't sleep in cars that get stolen too.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, thank you for having me on. It was really good. It's really good to be on.
I am
It's
putting
actually my first ever interview on live bloody television.
Yeah.
I feel like a celebrity. I feel like a celebrity.
Mini celebrity. I ain't that big yet. Like you said, the whole growing thing, like not to force it. I do agree with that. Going back to that real quick, I do agree with that. I learned that after time back in like November, and I slowly started my climb. I ended, and I mean I will say I'm getting to a point extremely quickly that I'm very happy with. So like on like for example on Twitter, I ended December with 40 followers and I'm now at almost 70. So I'm happy with where I'm going, but I'm also thankful for what I have. I'm not like, okay, well I need to grow more and more and more. No. Grow.
Yes, but the thing
you'll grow as time goes.
Yeah, the thing is, you just need to be natural with it. You just need to like go with the flow. Go at the pace that nature wants to take you with. Because like if you're going to be forcing it, it's not going to feel natural.
Exactly.
It's how people like draw really well because they flow with it. Yes, they can make commissions off of it, but they need to flow with it to be able to actually produce quality art. I mean, I just draw like 2 lines and then that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can draw for anything.
I can't do art either. Like art, no ma'am. Art is just not my style per se. I'm trying to get back into it though.
Yeah. I mean, do you have time for like one more question? Like just one more.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Anything. What are some hobbies that you like to do that can or do include the fandom, or that don't? Your choice.
Oh, I mean, I just like to. I mean, my job is my hobby because I go around looking at all the cars and giving out tickets.
Ooh, that's a nice Mercedes. Give a ticket.
Yeah. But also, I do like video editing, and I like doing go-karting as well. I like cars as well. They're my hobby because when I was in my early teens, I used to go down to an exotic car dealership and then just like pick a car and sit in it all day and just admire it. And like some of the cars were worth like $600,000-$700,000 and just sit in them all day just reading a book. Yeah, I mean, for me, I just keep to myself a fair bit, and my hobbies are actually quite low key, I guess. But yeah, that's about it, really.
With that, so you saying that if I need a video editor, hit you up, pay you some money?
No, I mean, I haven't done video editing in a while, but I probably could get back into it. Yeah, I mean, I have to pay me money. I'm not looking for money because my job pays me enough as it is.
Maybe I'll do that if for some reason I can't get my goddamn Premiere Pro subscription to reactivate, because it says it's activated, but you can't sign in.
No, yeah, that's all right. Yeah, I probably could do that. Yeah, I probably could do that, but yeah.
I do want to
get a gaming PC to do it.
Yeah, well, I do want to start. I do want to end the stream off, and then after we end the stream off, I do want to talk to you as well after the stream is completely done. But other than that, is there anything else that you would like to add before we head out?
No, but I do want to say to all the viewers out there, hope you enjoyed the stream, and I hope you enjoyed the whack story about the person sleeping in the stolen car.
This is the best. That's probably the best story I've heard all day.
Yeah, because like, with my job, it's just like everything happens just so whack. But yeah, hopefully people enjoyed it, and hopefully people be able to say hi to me on social media and whatever. Because yeah, I'm always down to talk to people. But yeah, thanks for having me.
Yep, and to anyone watching, whether that's now or later in the VOD, I did put Don's Twitter in the stream chat, so go check him out on Twitter. And other than that,
It's they.
They. I am so sorry.
They, yeah.
That is something that I'm very bad at that I'm going to get better at, I promise.
Yes, okay.
But with that, I think that's it.
Yeah, okay.
Alrighty, guys. Everyone have a good night, and I'll see you in the next one.